the
Yeah.
thoughts that just keep coming to my mind
Okay.
was the fact that what we need to do now is to spend
Mm.
more time to just thank God, to just
Yeah.
thank Him for His goodness, to thank Him for His mercy,
Mm.
to thank Him for everything that He has been doing. Our
Mm.
lives are a proof that God still works miracle. God still
Yeah.
does miracles.
Mm.
And we should not come to that point when we begin to look a little bit down on the goodness and the mercy and the miracle of God that is going on right now in our lives. Because there's a tendency to get to a point where you become familiar with God's miracles,
Yeah.
God's mercy, that you no
Mm.
longer see it as important. You are even looking at something bigger. I'm looking for something bigger. I want to get something
Mm.
better. And you're no longer
Mm.
thanking God for where you're coming
Mm.
from. And God is trying to bring it to
Mm.
my mind that we should find ourselves in that situation, that place where we just keep giving Him thanks. Because the truth is, it is the mercy of God that has brought us this far. It is the mercy
Mm.
of God that has delivered to us what He has
Mm.
delivered to us. Sometimes
Mm.
people look at their present situation and they feel they should be
Mm.
better than where they are. They have not yet
Mm.
understood that there are many, much more than they can imagine, that are praying to be where they are. There are much
Absolutely.
more that are suffering that want to be where they are. Somebody might even
Absolutely.
might be able to have a shelter over his
Absolutely.
head. He has a shepherd over his head. I mean, sorry, he has a shelter over his head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there are those who today their greatest desire is to have a place they can put their head and sleep.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've had people in Canada, people in the UK, people in some part of the world, and even Nigeria and some other part of the world that are looking for where to sleep. I mean, in the UK, in the Canada, in the US, they don't have a place to sleep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we just and people are some other people are looking for clothes to wear. I mean, they are like in rag. They're looking for clothes to wear.
Mm.
Some people find it difficult to even eat once a day.
Absolutely.
Some eat like once in 2 days if they're able to find.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I look at all of this and it just keeps dawning on me that I don't have any reason to become over ambitious with God. I
Yeah.
don't have any reason to not to always give thanks for where He has brought me.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, it is not by my own power that I even got to where I got to.
Absolutely.
I got to where I got to by following Him, by depending on Him.
Mm-hmm.
And His favor, His blessing begin to show up in the
Mm.
most miraculous way, in the most amazing way that is beyond even my own mind.
Mm.
So that suggests that for me to move from here to the next level should not be by me being ambitious or being
Mm-hmm.
like, this thing has to be. I mean, I need to just move from this level. I need to. No, 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 no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. I must continue to be dependent on God, on His mercy, whether it takes me
Mm.
further or it does not take me further. Whether it moves me to the
Absolutely.
next level or does not move to the next level. It's not
Mm-hmm.
about whether it moves me to the next level now or it does not move me, but I must continue to depend on Him. Of course, I'm going to be dutiful. I'm going to be dutiful. I'm going to do my work well. If I have a business, if I have a job, if I'm a student or whatever I'm trying to do, maybe I want to go into academics. I must do everything I want to do. Okay, I'm teaching, for instance. I must continue to do my work well. I must continue to deliver my service well while depending on God for His love, for His kindness. In fact, knowing God alone, just being with God, I mean, just fellowshipping with God, just hearing the voice of God talking to you, reading the Bible, understanding what you are reading, and getting revelation of the Spirit is enough. Divine contentment should be the hallmark of our passion or our obsession. Divine contentment. Divine contentment. You know. So for me, that is a major thing even right now. That is the major thing. That is the major thing even right now. Like I was saying, the divine contentment is a major thing for us right now. Divine contentment that comes as a result of just loving God for who He is, just serving Him for who He is, listening and hearing His word for who He is. And of course, we're going to also know that, of course, we already know that nobody need to tell us that we are going to, whatever job, whatever business that we find ourselves doing, we're going to be more, we're going to be more content with it. We're going to take it to the next level. It's part of us. Nobody needs to tell us that we need to be serious with our work. And all of that. But the underlying thing is that we just have to be thankful. We just have to be thankful. We just have to be thankful. We just have to keep on asking for God's mercy. See, you don't have to ask for God's mercy because you've committed sin. It's not about sin now. It is a mercy. Mercy of God is bigger than forgiveness of sin. The mercy of God is much more than for God to forgive you of your sin. No, we're talking about the mercy of God that make God to look into a man's situation and turn the situation around. The mercy of God, the loving kindness, we call it loving kindness. Actually, that's what it is. The loving kindness of God towards a man. That is the mercy of God. That makes things begin to happen in a man's life beyond his mind. Something beautiful things, excellent things begin to happen in a man's life beyond his mind. Divine mercy. See, that is our ultimate. That's what we're praying for. Lord, thank you for your mercy. Lord, thank you for your mercy. Thank you for what you have done for me. Thank you for where you have taken me to. And thank you for where you're taking me to. Thank you for where I've been. Thank you for where I have been. Thank you for where I am. Thank you for where you're taking me to. Because it is you taking me there. I'm not going to run by my own power. I'm not going to do anything by my own strength. But by your grace, I stand. By your grace, I'm moving forward. By your mercy, I'm becoming. I am becoming. By your mercy, I am becoming. Becoming everything that you have planned for me before the foundation of the world. That must be our daily prayer. That must be our daily prayer.